What is up, Retromaniacs? My name is Mike. His name's EP. His name's Joe. We're not here to give you one. We're not here to give you two. We are here to give you 3 cards you need for your retro PC. I'm actually a little excited about my card this week, which is going to surprise you, but there's a little bit of a story behind this card and why I picked it. So my card is the 1992 Fleer Rookie Sensations Frank Thomas, card number 1 out of 20. Now, part of the reason I picked this card is because I opened my card shop in the end of, I think it was October of 1991. So cards were super, super hot. Like that 91, 92, they were really heating up. That 92.
Very limited, too.
Basketball.
Very limited.
Joe, this is my time. So this particular card, though, right here, was a huge chase at the time. The Rookie Sensations were only available in Fleer jumbo packs, which weren't the easiest thing to get a hold of. You had to get those through like a candy distributor. I remember at the time running to card shows like in Lancaster once a week on a Thursday night because there was somebody down there that sold a lot of wax and like buying these up. They were suggested retail of $1.99 a pack, and they were reselling. Like I had to sell them at my shop for $5 a pack back in 1992.
That's great.
Yeah. So that's how hot these things were, and they sold out. Like I would get 3-4 boxes of them, more if they had them. The guy didn't always have a ton of it, but I would buy what I could get, take it up, and it would all be sold by the next week. I was running back down to Lancaster. So like this particular card reminds me of my shop. It reminds me of my dad. We, back in the early days when cards were in a huge boom, it was just incredible the amount of people that were coming in. So that's why I picked this card. It's actually a fairly valuable card for what it is. It's like an $8 to $10 card. There was one that sold for like $15 on a fixed price on eBay recently. Like I said, 20 in the set, which look at it too. It's number 1 out of 20. There's only 20 of them. Right?
20 of those? That's it? Oh, nice.
Kids would not understand, but yeah, 20 in the set. You got 1 in 4 jumbos, so they weren't terribly hard to get, but you had to find jumbo packs, and Mike's Upper Deck had them. The interesting thing about this card graded, as you can see, it's a dark blue border. Yeah. There's gold foil. It's actually a very nice looking card for that time. Let's see, the PSA 8 sell for like $40 to $50. PSA 9s, $400 to $600 for a 9.
Why is that not in a card save?
That one looks really nice, dude. That one looks really nice. I mean,
I haven't really looked over it. I might have to look it over a little closer. But I actually just put in a top loader today too. On the pop report from PSA, there are only 62 9s out of 634 of them that were graded. Wow. And there are only 7 10s. So the gem rate is less than 1%, and the 9 rate is like 10%. So I'm actually surprised too. There are only 634 of those graded. Mm-hmm. They were fairly limited card. Like I said, they only came in jumbos, which was back at the time kind of a weird format because I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, I'm old, but bear with me, I think a lot of the jumbo packs went to magazine distributors. They sold through candy wholesalers and stuff, but I think most of the jumbo formats for most of the companies went to magazine distributors, which means they probably had less of those made than all the other stuff. So yeah, I was actually surprised by only 634 of them, but hey, I'm going to give you investment advice. Go buy up as many of these as you can and send them all to PSA, because you get a 10, you'll probably have a blank check on that, right?
Probably don't do that. What I will say, though, is I'm surprised you haven't sent it in. I think that's going to be the next order, because even an 8 being worth what you said, $40. I mean, that
honestly
wild.
had no idea the value of those until today when I looked up the 9 and first of all I was surprised by the 8, and then when I saw the 9 I was like, oh, the 9 must be like 100. I was like, what? $400 was a cheap one.
Yeah, all dark borders, and it has a distinct like border. So the centering probably was not perfect in a lot, but that would look
foil on the
really
front
nice.
too, probably.
There's a little ding on the foil though on the front.
Okay.
So it's only a 9. It's not a 10.
Forget it.
Okay. That's awesome. Like that 92 Fleer was such an upgrade design wise over a 1991 Fleer. The base set. So.
You could have dried out Vomit and cut it into cards. Probably would have looked better than 91 Fleer. Just saying.
For sure. Like my first thought was I should try to find one of these jumbo packs just to open the jumbo pack and see what I get, but they're probably outrageously priced, I'm guessing. But that'd be a fun rip to rip in 2024. I don't own one of those cards. I had a pretty huge Frank Thomas collection, but I never got one of those back in the day. So very, very cool.
Into the shop yet, I don't think, in 1992. So that's probably why you missed out on that. Yeah.
What's really interesting about that is, and you alluded to it, like them being exclusive to a different thing was unheard of then. Now it's the norm. Like, oh, this is the retail exclusive.
It was pretty like a thing that they did back then. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the All-Stars and the rack packs, like that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
In the 90s, there was a lot of hobby only, then retail, and like the rack packs and jumbo packs usually went to magazine distributors. So yeah, that's kind of always been a thing in the hobby for whatever weird reason. All right, EP, what do you have for us this week?
I have a card that we talked about in a show last week or the week before. It is the 1996 SP Terrell Owens rookie card in the card saver. They sell for $1 to $15. So, and I'm gonna send in to get it graded. And I was worried that maybe I had already used this card in 3 cards, and have I?
I think so. I think it's such a great card, though.
It is. Yeah. The thing is, like, I'm going to send it in. I think it's definitely a PSA 8. It has a chance to be a 9, but it sells for between $1 and $15. When I looked at the prices, I was like, I don't remember talking about this. I think it's based on the depending on the quality of the card. And the PSA 9 sells for almost $100. So it's probably I probably used it once.
You did.
Hopefully I did.
I'm 99% sure.
Yeah. I know I used the Marvin Harrison from that year. But that one looks really, really familiar. So I'm like, maybe it's just a false memory because you
and so does the talk of him wanting to grade it.
Yeah.
I did talk about that on the show, the Chris Sewell show, when we that was one of the cards that 10 most expensive rookie cards, and so it might be very similar to that conversation.
Maybe it was an extra innings with EP.
It might have been.
I don't know.
Don't worry, guys. I'll have an update for us all next week. I'll do the work.
Yeah. They already know.
Scott, let us know in the comments below.
Did you buy one of these, Scott? If you have it in your collection, we already did it.
Joking aside, great card. It is a great card, EP. But it's a great card we might have seen a couple of times before.
Joe and I joked about like one day you just doing a card and us making you think you used it before, but here you are, like just a week later, using one I think you used. I could be wrong.
Yeah, we could be wrong.
It's very possible.
I'm a goonie. You never know. All right, Joe, wrap us up.
All right. So, those of you who were watching television in the 90s, you know that Jerry Seinfeld's favorite comic book character was Superman, okay? It was Superman, the Man of Steel. We all love Seinfeld here. I think everyone who watches our channel loves Seinfeld as well. This is not my card, though. This is not my card. This is the card you would get if you pulled one of these. This is the redemption card from 1993 DC Bloodlines. This is, I like it more than this. I think this is the coolest thing. This is a foil card. This isn't just a piece of paper. They're like the Superman logo is foil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it is like you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
the shine
Wow,
on
that
it.
was cool. Yeah.
Like so the backstory here for those of you if you didn't read comic books back in the 90s, they killed off Superman. Spoiler alert. Apologize. And 4 characters came on to take that mantle. 3 of which thought they were actually Superman. One of which was Steel, who Shaq played in a movie very, very well. I mean, some great acting there.
Great movie.
Great movie. I think it won all the Academy Awards. It
don't-
was up there with
don't
Citizen
remember that.
Kane and Thor: Love and Thunder, obviously. So, so Superman obviously wasn't dead. They brought him back, but you got this card and you could fill it out and send it in and learn who the one true Superman was. And they sent you this card back. But this is the card for 3 cards this week. You can pick this up on eBay for you can pick this one up for $10. You can pick this one up for $5. I don't think Upper Deck is still accepting these.
I was going to say, wouldn't it be better to buy that for $5 and send it in and get the $10?
I think maybe Upper Deck will make good
buy,
on redemption
I'll
from
give people
Skybox.
investment advice. They should buy thousands of those, send them all in, and then sell the other card for twice.
Double your money.
Could you imagine if someone's? I kind of want to now buy one and send it to Upper Deck. I know you didn't produce this card, but you do own Skybox's IPs, so maybe you will fulfill this for me. These came 1 in 72 packs, so geez. 1 every other box. I've opened up 4 boxes of this across my entire life. I never pulled one, so I call bullshit on that. But yeah, just a really, really cool card. I actually, like I said, I prefer it because we all knew it was going to be actually Superman. They wanted the kids to think, oh, maybe it's one of the 4 other Supermen. No, we knew it was going to be pretty much this picture. But
I thought it was a Cyborg.
So the Cyborg was Hank Henshaw. And Hank Henshaw just wanted to take revenge out on Superman. So, yeah. He worked with Mongol, who destroyed Coast City, home of Green Lantern. So, EP, there's some education for you, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know who any of those people are. Thank you for that, or the city. But anyhow, I was a little upset that card is not filled out. How did you get that card that it's not filled out and sent in? What happened?
I know. I'm thinking about it. Maybe someday I'll send it to Upper Deck, see what they say.
Well, not still to send that one in, but I was wondering why you had one of the redemption cards that you didn't send in back in the day. Why?
Oh no! I bought this.
No, you got it from.
You bought it.
He doesn't watch our content.
That's right. You don't watch our content. So yes, I bought this from ComC. I already had the card that you could get the redemption. I bought this from ComC because why not? I mean, it's such a stupid fun card to complete the master set EP of DC Bloodlines.
Gotcha.
There it is.
My question is, did you get the card of the real Superman back before it was revealed in the comics, or did they reveal it in the comics first?
That's a really, really good question. I would bet any money that they revealed it in the comics first. I have a feeling that DC would be like, hold off. let's wait a little bit. And but yeah, that would be hilarious if you I got inside information. Skybox is sending me the spoiler alert. I don't know. That'd be funny though if they did.
Does Superman look a little bit like Rambo in that photo?
So not to get all religious-y here, Superman was meant to look like Jesus. It was a whole rebirth story arc. It was kind of if you read it as an adult, it's ooh, that's kind of strange. But yeah, it was very much a Jesus-y kind of thing there. So yeah, not Rambo, but pretty darn close.
Well, there you have it. We not only gave you 3 great cards, we gave you some great investment advice.
Yeah.
And we learned that while Joe watches EP's content, EP doesn't watch Joe's content. But other than that, we will be back next week. Take care, guys.
See you, boys.
See ya.